Good morning, everyone. Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Coffee in hand, handsome hubby off to work, still dark o'clock. I played with the piece yesterday, finished it this morning. Want to get the video posted for you and also for my Wednesday mixed media class. So, see you on the table. Lots going on here. So I got a huge love letter from Linda. She's so good, and she writes notes on everything. She's just so amazing. And I won't go through everything. She wrote me a lovely letter. That Linda. And she just sends, these are magnet sheets, and some hand balm that she thought I might enjoy with these hands. Look at those hands. Texture. She sent me some spray bottles. So happy about that. Can't have too many of those. These are some bracelets that her hubby made. Lots of sheet music. Look at this. Gorgeous. Yeah, there's more. Oh, look at these. These are brown paper stickers. Yum, right up my alley. Lots and lots and lots of goodies. I'm excited to use these pens. They're a metallic pen, so that'll be fun. All right, I have a love letter box that I would love to pass on to someone. And what I am proposing is that we do kind of like a round robin, and I will send this to one person, and they will take out what they want and add a few things. And then it be sent to the next person, and they take out what they want and add to it and pass it on. So lots of little tchotchke goodies in here. So if you are interested in that, I will get a list of people that are interested in that. It costs about $13 to, it's a priority mail medium flat rate box, so it's about $13. So if you're interested, and it's stateside only. Sorry ladies, it's just too expensive to ship over to you across the pond. But if you're interested in that, leave me a comment and we will get a few people started in this round robin ephemera playfulness. Okay, this is the mixed media piece that we're creating together today. Many layers, underpants and texture paste and ink and distress ink and the image, sanding, put some nails in it. It's a very fun piece. All right, let's talk about the supplies that I think we're going to need. We're going to need some underpants of your choice, a focal point, isn't she gorgeous, a sanding block, texture paste, Mod Podge, black gesso, your substrate, a stencil, and a squeegee for the stencil and the texture paste. So let me grab a stencil because I forgot that. So this is the stencil that I grabbed. Well loved stencil. I grabbed my palette knife for the texture paste. I think I'm more comfortable with that. All right, I've taken the white edges off most of the old book pages, the ephemera, the about to become underpants. And I'm just going to put underpants all over my substrate. I might go over the edge a little bit, but I'm not going to tuck it around the edge today. These are my last little bits of rusty paper. Use them preciously. All right, just go down your whole piece. Mod Podge, old book pages, maps, old letters, whatever you have around that would be fun as underpants. Just get it all down there. All right, beautiful underpants on there. I'm going to grab my texture paste. Now this is homemade texture paste. I'll make sure that the recipe is available to you. I am really happy with this. Now my underpants aren't dry yet, so I might get a little bit of texture by pulling it out, but that's all right, I'm okay with that. We embrace the texture. And I'm just putting some texture paste down through that stencil. Not too thick, because we're going to be sanding quite a bit of it. Gorgeous. And I'm going to stencil as much as I can. Where the two stencils join, it gets kind of messy, but that's okay. It's all part of the fun. And this homemade texture paste does dry fairly rapidly. It's really nice stuff. Getting kind of messy, and that's okay. All right, we're gonna let that dry. I'm just gonna hit the edge here, just so it has a little something, something going on the edge. All right, time to dry. Go clean off your stencil, because that stuff dries hard as a rock. So while the texture paste is drying, I'm going to come in here with my X-Acto, and I'm going to cut out my focal point to the best of my ability. Looks like I got some water on her. So I'm going to cut her out. She's pretty amazing. Beautiful patterns here. Some lace up here. Okay, I'm going to cut her out. All right, I cut out my focal point with an X-Acto. This is just some of the trim that was on the side of her. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. But the texture paste is dry, so it took that long, which isn't very long, for it to dry. Now I'm going to grab my black gesso. Very scary. And I'm going to paint on top of that. Now she has kind of a Victorian steampunk vampire kind of look to her. So I used this lacy stencil, which I think I'm going to be very happy with. Now you can see the break from the stencil. I'm okay with that. It's not a big deal. There's going to be a lot going on, so I'm not really concerned about that. Got most of the spots. If there's some spots that don't have the black gesso, that's okay. Now I really do have to let it dry. Okay, I think it's all dry enough. We're running out of light here. I'm going to take my sandpaper and go for it. You're going to take it way down. Okay? Okay, we're losing light. So I've got the overhead on. Sanded it down. Some of the underpants are coming through. I wanted them to come through a little bit more, but my arms are tired. So we're going to call that good. Glad to see some of them come through. Why do we put underpants on? To build up the energy. Look at that. I love this. It's almost like a window pane behind her. We're going to glue her down. Yes, we are. Mod Podge. Now she will have a little bit of texture because she's going to pick up texture from the texture paste behind her. And I am okay with that. I do love texture. She's from a Hot Doll magazine. Haute, H-A-U-T-E, Haute Dolls. That's what magazine she is from. I have gotten many images from Haute Doll. I do like a lot of their dolls. Kind of eerie looking, sad, yet gorgeous. Okay. Where's that other little piece? All right, I'm going to fiddle around with this a little bit. Cut this out. So if we can just talk about what happened there. When I put her down, I was concerned about her placement with the window, and it left a sharp edge on this side. So we can put that there, which means it's going to need some energy there. Or we can put this here and energy here. And that is what we're going to do. So we're going to mask the fact that her edge is there. We don't want that sharp edge there. And that will do the trick. So I'm going to just glue these down with my handy dandy brush and my handy dandy Mod Podge. And because of light, or absence thereof, it is about time for me to quit for today. Oh, hi Hudson. Keeping me safe. Thank you, Hudson. Thank you. I know. These edges I'll take off. I know we're getting the glare. Oh, I don't want to walk away from her, but I must. Isn't she gorgeous? She's beautiful. So here she is today. I think she needs something dramatic going on around her. So I've grabbed some Lindy's ink. This is hibiscus rose and some water. This is where it gets scary because she's gorgeous now. But I just want a little bit more drama going on. Got some nice drips going on. I wiped there. I should not have wiped. Blot, blot, blot. And we'll let her dry. Yeah. That's a bit more dramatic, don't you think? Okay, good morning. You know it's dark o'clock here. So I really like what the pink did in the background. I had used gelato in the background and I didn't like that. And I used a distress crayon and I didn't like that. So I really like what the spray ink did. I like the intensity here and then how it's a little bit lighter. I am going to bring my sanding block in and lighten a few areas so that it's not so solid and some of the white texture paste comes back in. I'm just going to go for it. So if you'll remember correctly, I rubbed a little bit of her off. So we're just going to emphasize that a little bit with a little bit of scratching on the image with the sandpaper. Rough her up a little bit. Can take those edges off now. So don't get frustrated if you have to layer upon layer upon layer trying to get the look. You'll feel like you're done, then you'll do something, and then it'll feel like you're done, and then you'll do something, and you just have to play and play and play. So she's got those flowers in her hair up here, and I want to make them more me. So I have a few things to add up in there. I don't know exactly how I'm going to put them yet, but I know that I want to change the look of that hat a little bit. So I'll play with some focal points up in there. And I want to add a little bit down here for energy. So we'll see what's going to happen there. I have these fun scissors. So we shall see what happens up in there. I love the hot air balloon right here. And I have these industrial looking nails that I want to pound in to the corners of the frame. And I'm going to take this outside because Mr. Hudson is sleeping. I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to hammer some of these nails in, and then I'll bring it back and then we'll play with her hat. So I've been monkeying around with her hat, all kinds of things, trying things all over the piece, and a lot of the colors just don't go. So I've decided just on this one simple rose. Here's my nails. Really like them. So I'm going to darken the edges of this rose. And glue it down. So I just take a little bit of dark watercolor, darken the edges on the back side, just so that the white edges don't show on the front side. See how that darkened the edge? Like that much better. All right, we're going to glue that down. A little bit of Mod Podge. The rose actually has a bit of a pink tint to it, so that was a good find. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to bond with the piece a little bit. I'd like to see this lighten up a little bit more. I don't know. Looks pretty good. Let's take the stabilo in there, huh? Let's see what happens with that. That might just be enough. So I'm going to stabilo around the edges and around her. So as I am stabiloing her, I really like what's happening. We're getting that smoky finish in around her. It's pulling the background together. It's softening her look. So this is going to do exactly what it's supposed to do, I suppose, and I even agree with it. How about that? So I'm just going to continue around her, giving her a smoky look. Oh, she's gorgeous. So check for energy and see where you might want to lighten things up a little bit. Good. I like how this really stands out. It's almost like this becomes the focal point, which I really, really like. Just playing now. All right, I don't know if I'm done or not, but I'm gonna let her sit for a little while. I like her a lot. She's gorgeous. All right, I'm bringing in my vintage photo distress ink. Just a little bit, I think. Just to, oh yeah, look at there. Just to calm that pink down a little bit. Oh. Very nice shadowy look now, huh? Very nice. Not so harsh on the eye, but yet light enough around her. Very fun. All right, your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun. She's gorgeous.